Hi everyone. Alejandro Garza here, Alex Garza from Aztlan Equity Management. I'm the founder, CEO, portfolio manager of Aztlan Equity Management. We're an investment boutique. We specialize in the small mid-cap space internationally. We're international investors. We've been managing our funds, ETFs, and individual strategies for the last 9 years. I personally have a 28 or 29 year track record in financial markets in general, investment banking, corporate finance, and investment management. And of those 28 years or 29 years, the last 9 or 10 at Aztlan Equity Management. It's a firm that I think the work we do is super interesting, different. It's an interesting approach that I think brings interesting new strategies to client portfolios. So this is the Thoughts on the Run edition for the month of March 2026. Rough markets nowadays with the situation in Iran breaking out and the geopolitical outlook just bringing a cloud of uncertainty to global equity markets. What we're seeing really is energy prices, commodities, energy prices shooting up as the situation progresses. Gold, surprisingly, has been not a safe haven this time around in this situation. I think in part because of the rally that we saw last year. So maybe it was already a little bit ahead of itself. So gold has been lagging or underperforming in this environment. And equity markets really taking a significant hit as we're seeing. Volatility increasing to above 20, 22, 25 mark level. Whereas the last 20 years, the average has been below 20, 19.67 to be exact. So it's a risk-off environment. Unfortunately, valuations were already stretched. I think as we discussed during our last month edition, we're running really at very, very high levels in terms of price to earnings, valuation multiples. Even with the strength in corporate earnings, 23, 24 times, 25 times price to earnings is really rich valuations. So everything had to go perfect, and it's not. So it's a tough situation, tough environment. Hard to tell whether or not this is a short-term situation. If there will be a fix anytime soon, or if this drags on for months and months or years. As it wouldn't be the first time. We've seen that in the past. We've seen that movie already. So we're evaluating the portfolios at Aztlan. We're evaluating our client portfolios and strategies, looking at places where we could have excessive risk, seeing where we can take risk off the table without derailing or causing too much noise in terms of the investment strategies and our long-term objectives. But clearly, we think this is an environment where it is adequate to do a deep evaluation of where we have the risks and where we can make some adjustments in our portfolios. That's really what we're doing right now. Going forward, if this situation is extended beyond a few weeks, the impact on energy prices will have an impact on inflation, and that is really where we see that things could really go really wrong. So it's an evolving situation. Right now, the review that we've done so far in terms of our companies, these are companies that are really well run, well prepared to take a global crisis situation. We don't have excessive leverage. We don't have any situation that would be of immediate concern. But we continue to monitor all our companies in constant communication with the different management teams across the globe, the 3 different regions: North America, Western Europe, and developed Asia. And if we look at our models, we're still seeing an expected return, a positive expected return 12 months out. Lower than we've seen in the last couple of years, but positive in the mid to high single digits for the US and mid to low single digits for the rest of the world. And I think it's an interesting chart, and I'm looking at chart 53 in our monthly market view analysis report that we publish every month. I encourage you to go to our website and download it. I think it's important to keep track of that specific slide 53. So every month we see what's the 12-month out expected return, and that incorporates the risk scenario, earnings growth expectations, price action. I think it's an important slide to keep track of. In terms of our strategies, our indices, the Aztlan Global Small and Mid Cap Index and the Aztlan North America Nearshoring Index, we continue to do well, even in this high risk environment. So I also encourage you to look at those 2 index reports that are also published on our website. We have all the details in terms of the specific stock picks. Remember, these are rules based, so there's a model or an algorithm that it's also published on our website. You can download it and just study exactly how we're designing our strategies from a rules-based point of view. So far it's a tough, difficult environment, but our strategies, Aztlan is holding up well. Going forward, what we're doing is what we can do, which is to evaluate the risks, evaluate our companies, talk to management teams, and do our groundwork so that we have a clearer view and take action where appropriate. That's it. That's it for the monthly market view for the month of March. Thanks everyone for joining, and see you next time. Thanks. Bye.